Hey guys, and welcome to this video. So Benjamin Netanyahu has just made a major announcement 1 week before the elections, are on the 17th of September. It's now Tuesday, the 10th of September. Netanyahu vows that this plan will ensure Judea and Samaria will not become Gaza. So Netanyahu made a major announcement in Hebrew, and in it he had a map of the area which he says that he will annex after his election. So let's just read this article. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced Tuesday evening in Hebrew a bold plan to ensure that Judea and Samaria won't turn into Gaza. Speaking from the podium in Ramat Gan, Netanyahu said that if he is elected, he promises to apply sovereignty to the Jordan Valley and the northern Dead Sea region, with a plan that will include all the Jewish communities on the Israeli side of the border and will leave Palestinian Authority city of Jericho on the other side untouched. Okay, so this annexation excludes the city of Jericho, which is not a good thing. Obviously, all of Israel belongs to Israel, but anyways, I'll show you on the map exactly what that looks like. So the annexation plan will annex the entire Jordan Valley along the whole border from Lake Kinneret, that's the Sea of Galilee, to the Dead Sea. It will exclude Jericho and its environs and doesn't annex even one Palestinian. Right? So this is a picture of the map that he had, and we'll have a look at that in a second. And of course, the Palestinians are furious about it because they consider all of the West Bank, west of Jordan, theirs, and that's to be expected. And here is Netanyahu making the statement, which is interesting because a couple of months ago, in May, Kushner said that he hopes Israel won't take unilateral steps before Trump's peace plan is released. So I'm not 100% sure whether this is in alignment with the peace deal of the century, but before people get too excited about this, they need to understand the portions of land which Netanyahu is actually talking about. So this is actually the map which is in question. Here you can see this is the Jordan, which is just on the border with the blue and cream color. That would be the Jordan. And this orange portion over here is Jericho, and this is the Dead Sea. And as you can see, this is on the immediate left of the Jordan River, and this is actually a very thin strip of land. So showing you this this portion of land in a wider map. Here we can see this is what is considered as the West Bank. So what Benjamin Netanyahu is talking about is this very thin strip of land just on the western side, or the left-hand side of the Jordan River, just where you can see my cursor going up and down, and excluding Jericho. So this land is not going to be annexed. So this is partly an admission that this land, certainly the portion which is Jericho, does not belong to Israel. So he's saying that is not going to be annexed. And also, if it's just going to be this little portion of land on the west side of the Jordan, as you can see here, it's going to be this thin strip of land here. The question is, what's going to happen with all of the rest of the West Bank? What's going to happen with Nablus? What's going to happen with Ramallah? What's going to happen with Hebron and Bethlehem? And obviously we know that they're not going to annex Jericho. So this is very, very interesting. We will have to wait for the peace deal of the century to come out to find out what the intention for the rest of the West Bank is. Is it possible that Israel are going to be allowed to annex this portion of what is Judea and Samaria, this very little thin strip of land, to give them security, and then the rest of this being given to a Palestinian state, what will be recognized as a Palestinian state, and obviously Jericho. So we have to wait for the peace deal of the century to find out about that. and we shall see. But it's all looking very, very interesting at the moment. We're going to see what's in that deal, and we're going to see what's going to happen with the rest of the portion of this land. So keep in mind, I wanted to just make that point, that it is a very, very thin strip of land along the Jordan River that Benjamin Netanyahu is talking about. And let us not forget that this is all Israel. This is all the promised land. This all belongs to the stewards of God, to the Jews. They should not compromise here. And by saying that Jericho is not going to be annexed, it seems to infer that the what is considered by the West Bank as Palestinian land, and the rest of the world consider the West Bank as Palestinian land. If that is in the peace deal of the century, that would be dividing the land of Israel. So here we see the map which Benjamin Netanyahu has depicted with Jericho excluded. But the question is, what's going to happen over here, just on the left-hand side of what he is talking about annexing, which is the Jordan Valley? And that, I believe, is going to be recognized as a Palestinian state, and that will then divide the land of Israel. So keep your eyes open. The deal is coming. Rosh Hashanah is coming, and we shall see. God bless you. I love you, and I'll see you in the sky.